when all three apply. Okay, so if all three apply, you get to say the events are occurring randomly, and therefore you get to use the Poisson. That's another instance of how one topic in maths tries to steal a general word and says this is all my own. Okay, clearly the word randomly you've been using ever since you're in year 8. You can still use it, but if you use it in a Poisson context, you are going to be assumed to be meaning that all these three things apply. Okay?
So it's like when you have a half-life graph and you've got a constant half-life, and that's...
Say again?
Like if you've got a half-life graph...
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the constant rate thing.
Yeah.
Like you've got a constant... like probability of something happening after a certain number of years is the same as it was in the beginning.
Well, that to me is what constant means. But here the word constant is used instead of my informal term subdividable. Yeah? And the classic example for the subdividable is the pigs in the field. Yeah? 200 in the field doesn't mean there'll be 100 in half the field. Depends on where the trough is. Okay? Now you get little questions like this, right? Explain the importance of stirring the water before taking the sample. This is just about microbes in some liquid. Which one of those is that going towards? I mean, I suppose you could say that stirring it stops the microbes hanging out together. Do any of the biologists know about family relationships amongst microbes? Are they like birds? A partner for life? Okay, and mourn if one of them gets killed? Okay, so is it really going towards independently? I don't think so. I think it's going towards this one. They want to make sure that all the microbes are spread out. Okay? Now, just before you get cracking with the formula, I just want to just warn you of one little complication. Often you get a mismatch between the units in which the average figure is expressed and the units with which the question is expressed. So I might say 5 cars per minute. What's the probability of 1 in the next 10 seconds? Okay, there was a mismatch between the unit minute and the unit 10 seconds. There's a very simple procedure for this, but you must remember, you change the... I'm having a mental blank on which one you change. You can either change the average figure to the question or the question to the average figure.
Change the minutes to seconds.
This is on tape as well. Miss Fellow's going to review the tape and say, what, you don't know you can't remember? You change the average figure, I think. Can we find an example where one's like that? Let's see if the book does it the right way. Here we go. 2.5 per week, but then they ask you about a 2-week period. Okay, mismatch. What have they done? Yay, they changed the average figure, thank God. Okay? Do not change the question unit to match the average figure, change the average figure to match the question. Okay, I think the reason why we do that, I remember now, is to make sure you get the right answer when you're at very low figures.
Can't you change it to like 10? Find how many there are in 10 weeks. And then...
No?
I don't understand why...
No, the time period is important. That's why I'm telling you this. Do not change it to some other figure that you like.
But it's constant.
No. Just because it's constant doesn't mean that you won't get different answers depending on how you use the tables. I can prove that to you if you like. I can come up with 2 questions. One is about... I'll do it now. Okay, wouldn't you expect that the probability of getting 2 if the average is 4 should be the same as the probability of getting 1 if the average is 2? It's not. Look it up. It's not. That's why I need to tell you this procedure. If there's a units mismatch, change the average to match the question and then go to the appropriate column.
Isn't that the first condition, like subdividable? Like you went from 2
Well, no, but I expressed it subtly differently. I just said what you would expect to see if on average, not the probability of getting any particular figure. Yeah, one was just about what you get on average, one was an actual probability question. So are we cool with that? Should we just walk through this example, or are you happy to go? Okay, then go.
Can I ask a question?
You may.